Hello. Today we are testing out some AI YouTube thumbnail generators. I am basically going to be testing out this, what I would consider a premium YouTube thumbnail generator called Pikzels. It is paid and everything. I'll go ahead and show you the prices here, but we're going to be testing this out and we're going to compare it with the results of ChatGPT, right? Because ChatGPT will also create YouTube thumbnails for you. So I'll use the same prompts and you'll be able to see the different type of outputs that both apps or both programs create. And then I'm going to be showing you how I think you can utilize either ChatGPT-5 or Pikzels and utilize it in combination with Canva to create the best possible YouTube thumbnails out there, I guess, right? So here's the different pricing plans for Pikzels. In my opinion, it is kind of on the high end, because even at $20 a month, that will only really create you 20 thumbnails at the max. So you're basically paying $1 per thumbnail. Keep in mind, this is on the monthly, so you can technically do it annually, and then you would have, $14 a month for up to I think 240 thumbnails. But that's 240 thumbnails within a year period, right? So that's the basic model. And I don't know, when you compare it to a place like Fiverr and somebody being able to generate these thumbnails for you, some of them will be able to, make like 10 for $5 type of thing. So then you're at a rate of 50 cents per thumbnail, and that might be a better deal than Pikzels. As far as the interface goes, it looks nice and sleek. It looks like what you would expect with modern AI interfaces, I guess. First thing that I noticed, though, that was kind of disappointing is the fact that you have a lot of these features that are locked, even at the $20 a month price level. And in order to get these features, you have to bump all the way up to $40 a month. So I tried to put, what a lovely picture of me. I tried to put this screenshot into Pikzels, and it wouldn't let me. It just opened it up as a separate little screen. So that's another thing that I was kind of disappointed in. I'm pretty sure that the higher tiers, like the recreate thing right here, would allow you to do that. But it doesn't, at the $20 price level, it does not let you put in your own photos. Okay, so if you want your own face in it, it would appear to me that you are going to have to be at least at that $40 a month tier. I typed in a very simple prompt. It just says, Sam Altman looking sorry about the ChatGPT 5 backlash. I'm gonna go ahead and hit the enhance prompt and see if it makes a better prompt for us. That way you don't have to use an extra tool like ChatGPT to create a prompt for you. So Sam Altman with a more remorseful expression, standing in a modern tech office, several references to ChatGPT-5 backlash on the screen, in background, realistic style, somber mood. Sure, sounds great. Let's go ahead and generate it, see what it spits out for us. Okay, so it does seem like it's gonna take a little bit of time here to generate this. What I really want to do is compare this with ChatGPT. We'll go ahead and we'll compare the two of these when they're done. We'll check back in here in a second. So here's what Pikzels created. It did not add a title here, but I think I can adjust the prompt just a little bit so that way it adds some text to this. Otherwise, I think it looks pretty decent. I like the fact that the background is kind of blurred. You really have Sam Altman in focus. That looks nice. Using something like Canva, if you drop this into Canva, you can really then fine tune and make it look the way you want. I'll go ahead and show you how you can do that later on in this video. But before we go check out what ChatGPT did, I'm gonna go ahead and modify this prompt real quick. I'm just gonna put with the title, we released it too soon. How about that? Okay. And we'll go ahead and generate that. Let's go check out what ChatGPT made for us. So here's what ChatGPT created for us. I think it actually looks pretty comparable. They did relatively the same thing as far as blurring out the background, making Sam Altman look remorseful. He's nice and focused and and all of that. Again, if you take this and put it into Canva, you can make it look really nice. I do kind of think that the backlash over ChatGPT-5 in the background, it's blurred. I don't know if you can tell on your end, but it is blurred. And I think if that came to focus, it would look better. So I'm gonna go ahead and actually just give it the same prompt one more time here. I'm just gonna add with the title. All right, and then we'll just put the title here again. We'll put released it too soon. Okay, so we'll go ahead and do this and then see what both Pikzels will do and what ChatGPT will do if we specifically tell it to add this title to our thumbnail. After editing the prompt and telling it to insert that title on Pikzels, this is what it created. As you can see, the title isn't there. I don't understand why. We can go ahead and there are some editing features on this. Let's see if we go into edit here, and I'm trying to see if there's a text tool. We got a brush selection, we got a fill section, we got an eraser, we got color picker, and then we got brush size. But it does say down here, describe what you would like to add or remove. So let's just say released it too soon. How about that? Generate, that's gonna be 10 credits here. So it is gonna use, right? This is why it says like up to 20 thumbnails, because we had to use 10 credits there just to be able to, you know, edit that thumbnail. So, but maybe with better prompting, maybe instead of saying the title, saying add the text, it would have done it on the first try. Let's go ahead and check back over with ChatGPT and see what it's doing there. Okay, so here's what ChatGPT did for us after we added the prompt to put in this title. It did put in the title, but it doesn't look good in my opinion. The placement of it is just not nice. Again, better prompting could have solved this problem. However, I do think that dropping it into Canva, doing a little bit of work for ourselves, is going to make it look a lot better. And I'll show you an example of that soon, I promise. Okay, but let's check back in with Pikzels and see if it actually added the text here. All right, so checking in with Pikzels, we can see it did add this kind of blurry text back here that says we released it to soon. It spelt it wrong, S-O-O-R-N. Over there, but I do think that Pikzels image looks better, and it has the correct aspect ratio for YouTube in comparison to ChatGPT is always creating a aspect ratio that isn't what it doesn't perfectly match YouTube. Let's put it that way. Okay, but let me go ahead and show you what we can do inside of Canva. I'm going to download both of these and show you what we can do inside of Canva here. I'll also go ahead and download this one. I do think this one actually looks better, just image quality wise and everything. This one looks better. So we'll go ahead and take this one as well. And then let's go ahead and open up Canva. So once we're inside Canva, and then let me go ahead and stretch this out, we can use some of the tools that comes with a Canva premium subscription that will help us create a perfect YouTube thumbnail, right? So let me go ahead and do this. We want to go to edit. First thing I want to do is separate the subject from the background. So I'll go ahead and we want to use the magic grab tool here. Okay, so we can go ahead. It will grab Sam Altman for us, and then that way it'll separate him from the background. Okay, so now what I can do with Sam Altman is I can go and put a little either glow feature on him. Let's make it white, right? I can put a little glow feature on him, and I can adjust what that looks like as far as, you know, moving the intensity and everything, the blur amount. There we go. I could even just make him like he looks kind of dull. So meaning like the colors aren't super saturated. So I could even just go into here, go to adjust, and I can brighten him up as well as add some saturation, right? And maybe I also increase the clarity just to make it look a little bit more, I don't know, emotional, I guess you would want to put it that way. As far as the background, we can actually erase that text in the background. pretty easily. We would just go into edit, and then we would go to the magic eraser, and then I can just kind of highlight this area right here, and I can put erase, and it should get rid of it for us, right? Not too bad, not too bad. Go ahead and get that one out of there as well. Nice. Okay, so now that's gone, and then what we could do is just use the text feature and add our own text, and maybe I just put like, sorry, it actually it actually sucks. Let's just put that. Sorry, it actually sucks. All right, change this to white. We can add some effects to this. Let's go ahead and kind of lift it, increase the intensity, and then, you know, that's not bad. Other than the text kind of looking whatever, you know, it's not that bad of a thumbnail. The other thing that we can do is, since these two are now separated, I can go ahead and edit the background individually. Maybe I want to make it a little bit darker so that Sam Altman and the title sticks out a little bit more. So I can go ahead, darken that up, right? Put him over here. Maybe send the text back a little bit, make it look like it's kind of behind him. Yeah. All right, you can play around with different things, but what I'm basically trying to show you is that you can use the combination of Pikzels and or ChatGPT in order to use that in combination with Canva in order to create a pretty good looking YouTube thumbnail. All right, so what's my final verdict here on Pikzels? You know, it created a better image. It created a better image for the thumbnail. It has a better aspect ratio. I do think that the price is a little high, considering the fact that you can find somebody on Fiverr who could probably make you these thumbnails and give you a package that's like 10 thumbnails for $5, and then you got that there, right? But the thing about that is you have to have it lined up. You should already have a system in place, because if you go that route, then you're gonna have to wait for that thumbnail editor to make it for you. In comparison to where if you have a system like this, then it can make it for you right here and on the spot. I'm pretty sure that the elevated levels would be a lot better. I think that they're trying, it feels like they're trying really hard to get you to upgrade. But you know, I do think that Pikzels did a little bit better than ChatGPT. However, again, if we look over at ChatGPT here, I mean, it's not bad. It's not bad. Just keep in mind that my ChatGPT is also paid. I have the paid tier here, so that's something to consider. But I'm pretty sure that the image generation works even on the free plan, right? Because everybody has access to GPT-5 now. So yeah, hopefully this video helped you out. If it did, please like and subscribe, and let me know what AI tool I should play around with next.